Hey guys, like I did with my top 10 videos of 2016, I'm going to do a top anticipated games of 2017, and I'm going to do it in a casual way like I did last time. Um, this list was so flippin' hard to make. I was initially going to do a top 10 list, and that was literally impossible. So I made a top 15 list. Still impossible. So it's up to 20. So I'm going to do a top 20 games I'm anticipating for 2017. And it took me a good while. How long did that take me? Like 30, 40 minutes to do the list. Um, and fine tuning it just to how I like. So you know what? Let's just get into it because this might take a while. So my number 20 on the list is going to be. Where's my list? It's probably important. It's going to be Resident Evil 7. Now, I've said it many times, I was not impressed with the demo. Resident Evil 7 demo, it was like a walking simulator. Like, there was barely any gameplay at all involved. It didn't scare me at all. It was just really boring. Graphics are underwhelming. Um, they've updated the demo here and there, and I'm still not interested that much. But the gameplay trailers that they've shown shows that it's not, the demo is not even representative of what the game's going to be. So based on the trailers, the game does look good. And to be fair, the latest rendition of the demo actually has an enemy in it. It's pretty creepy. It's pretty good looking. The graphics are better. And I genuinely freaked the frick out when I came across that monster. And so yeah, number 20 is Resident Evil 7. Let's move on to number 19, which is going to be Torment Tides of Numenera. I think that's how it's pronounced. Something like that. So this is a CRPG, which I've recently gotten into. If you liked, oh my gosh, what's that game called? It's just Torment, isn't it? Oh my gosh. It's like a spiritual successor to Planescape Torment, which is touted as one of the best CRPGs of all time, up there with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Now, I never played this game, but I've always wanted to play this game. I've played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and put like 300 hours into those games. Love them. And yeah, looking forward to that one. Looks good. I love that style. The hand-drawn backgrounds, love that style so much. So that's my number 19. Moving on to 18, it is Gravity Rush 2. And here we go again. I never played Gravity Rush, but I know I want the HD remake on PS4 so bad. It looks good, and that flipping Gravity Rush 2 trailer just, I mean, it's amazing. It's colorful, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Looks great. Looking forward to it. And the soundtrack to Gravity Rush I own, and I never played Gravity Rush 1, but the soundtrack's amazing, and I hope the soundtrack's good for 2. I'm sure it will be. Gravity Rush 2, number 18. Number 17 is Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm not the biggest. I'm spelling that wrong, aren't I? Whatever. It's not Andromeda. Andromeda. I'm not the biggest Mass Effect fan in the world, but they are good games. They're fun. I never beat 3. Mostly because everybody complained about the ending, so I just had no real incentive to beat it. And it kind of bored me for some reason. Loved 1, loved 2. 3 just didn't grab me. But they're good games, regardless. And from all the stuff they've shown of Andromeda, except the crappy animations, which BioWare cannot do right, ever, it looks good. And I'm one of the BioWare. I'm very critical of BioWare games. I think they make very poorly put together games. Just animation, script, character designs. I think they just are not good. It's like Bethesda. Everybody gives BioWare and Bethesda a free pass for all the jank. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of both of them, those guys. Regardless, Andromeda does look good, gameplay-wise and graphically. Just, they need to fix those freaking funky animations, man. Let's go on to 16, which will be Cuphead. Seems like this game's been in development for freaking years now, and I think pretty sure it has been. But if you don't know what this is, it looks like legitimately a cartoon ripped out of the 30s or 40s. You've got the film scratch stuff, black and white, and the flippin' animations are so good. Everything is hand drawn, cells, and it captures the essence of that era, like, to a T. It looks like they're straight out of the 30s or 40s. Like, just them, you know how the animations in those days where they just stand in place, sitting there dancing in place, just looks just like that. The enemies, the bosses, the gameplay looks tight. I wanted this from the first trailer, like, a billion years ago when I saw it. And it's finally coming out this year, hopefully. So, yeah. 16, Cuphead. 15 is going to be Ni no Kuni 2. Seems like a trend, but didn't play the first game. It looked amazing. Visuals were great for the first game, but I heard it wasn't that fun in terms of gameplay. It's divisive. There's a lot of people that like, and then a lot of people actually, there's a lot of people that love it, and then a lot of people that just say, eh. So it's not hated or anything. But this Ni no Kuni 2, the trailer just blew me the frick away. Those animations and graphics look so good. So colorful. And it looks like it's ripped right out of a classic Miyazaki movie like the first one. And it looks so good. And the gameplay is not what it was in the first one. So you're actually not using like Pokemon to fight. You're actually fighting. And the combat looked great. Looked way different from the first one. Looked refined. Looked good. I'm so down for Ni no Kuni 2. Like, so down for that game. Number 14 is going to be The Last of Us. Part 2. I mean, what can you say? Last of Us is a great game. People call it the Citizen Kane of video games, which I don't agree with. It's a good game. It is a really good game. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to the sequel. What more can you say that hasn't been said? So, yeah, Last of Us Part 2, looking forward to that. Number 13 is going to be Spider-Man by Insomniac. The E3 trailer of that had, like, it was like 3 seconds long, and I was, like, blown away. Like everybody else. It looked amazing. Just a Spider-Man game by Insomniac. Please, yes. All of my yes. Let's move on. I mean, there's not much I can say more about Spider, because all we saw was like 3 seconds of it, so I can't really go on about it. But give me a Spider-Man game by Insomniac, please. Number 12 is Yooka-Laylee. So, I mean, Banjo-Kazooie is like one of my favorite games of all flippin' time. That is such a perfect game in every category. Banjo-Kazooie. One of the most perfect games ever made. Just, probably one of my top 5 games of all time, no joke. So yeah, Yooka-Laylee, same devs as, most of the same devs as Banjo-Kazooie, and most importantly, flippin' Grant Kirkhope, the composer. I mean, the music makes Banjo-Kazooie, and so we got Grant Kirkhope. Everything I've heard from this game, I've not been impressed, honestly, music-wise, but I have faith in him, and I mean, if they can just capture the essence of Banjo-Kazooie, then I'm down all the way. So, heck yeah, Yooka-Laylee. Number 11 is Zelda Breath of the Wild on Wii U or Switch. I have not played Zelda since Wind Waker, and even then I never beat Wind Waker. No, wait. I didn't beat Twilight Princess. I think Twilight Princess is when it just started to wear off on me, the Zelda magic. I'm sorry, but Twilight Princess I played quite a bit of, but then I just stopped. Wind Waker, I think Wind Waker is a better game than Twilight Princess, and I loved it, but the sailing gets old, and so I just lost my patience with that. Never beat it, and those are, I mean, goodness. So and so here comes the Breath of the Wild, which completely changes the formula of Zelda that we've been playing for the past 30 years. So, actually, I mean, it goes back to the roots of the first one. It's just like, put you in a giant world and go at it. Go wherever. Do what you can. Find secrets, everything, which is amazing and which is what Zelda should always be. So, yeah, really looking forward to that since it's changing the whole format and formula of the typical, stereotypical, tropey Zelda games. But the graphics aren't that good. We gotta admit, the graphics are not that good. But the art style is good, which is, I think art style and just style is better. It's I mean, every time freaking KK comes on, I get distracted. Hearing him sing. Shut up, KK. Where was I? The art style and the art direction of the game does save it. The graphics, I think. So it does look good in terms of art style. Just technically, it doesn't look that impressive. But who cares about graphics if the game's fun? And it looks so fun. It looks so fun, you know? The gameplay's completely different from the standard Zelda game. It's got ragdoll physics. Like, wow, Nintendo's going next gen with ragdolls. It's like insane. And there's so many little different things that just is completely different from a Zelda game, like cooking, sneaking, just all sorts of open world stuff that Zelda usually doesn't have. It's just a completely different Zelda game. So I'm really looking forward to that one, and I hope that it is good.